Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavade Pastatya Desatarine
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine
Kiva Jaya Jaya Kora Chande Arati Ko No Shobha Kiva Jaya Jaya Kora Chande Arati Ko Shobha Kiva Jaya Jaya Kora Chande Arati Ko Shobha Kiva Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Ko Shobha Jana Vitata Vane Jagamana Lova Jana Vitata Vane Jagamana Lova Dakine Nisai Chan Mame Gadadhara Kiva Dakine Nisai Chan Mame Gadadhara Nikate Agita Shri Vasa Chatradara Nikate Agita Vasa Chatradara Vasiya Che Gaurachan Nata Simhasane Kiva Vasiya Che Gaurachan Nata Simhasane Adi Kore Nama Adi Deva Gangane Adi Kore Nama Adi Deva Gangane Narahari Adi Kore Chamara Dulaya Hari Adi Kore Chamara Dulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Goshabhikaya Sanjaya Mukunda Goshabhikaya Shankam Bhaje Ghanta Bhaje Bhaje Karatala Shiva Shankar Bhaje Ghanta Bhaje Bhaje Karatala Madhura Mridanga Bhaje Paramarasa Rame Ranga Paramarsala Gaurange Radha Krishna Jaga Janamana Loma 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 Kanka Vade Madhu Madhu Vade Kanka Vade Madhu 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 Vade Kanka Vade Madhu 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 Vade Kanka Vade Madhu 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 Vade Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Bahu Koti Chandler Jini Vadam Nujvala Kiva Bahu Koti Chandler Jini Vadam Nujvala Gala Dese Vana Mangla Kore Jalamala Dese Vana Kore Jalamala Jiva Sukhanarada Preme Gadaga Shiva Shiva Sukhanarada Preme Gadaga Madhvati Vinoda Deki Gaura Sampada Madhvati Vinoda Gaura Sampada Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama
Rama
Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Jai Srinaji Gopal, Jai Srinaji Gopal, Jai Srinaji Gopal, Jai Srinaji Gopal.
Jai Srinaji Gopal, Srinaji Gopal, Srinaji Gopal, Jai Srinaji Gopal.
Jai Srinaji Gopal, Jai Srinaji Gopal, Jai Srinaji Gopal, Jai Srinaji Gopal.
Srinaji Gopal, Srinaji Gopal, Srinaji Gopal, Jai Srinaji Gopal.
Jai Gaurani Jai, Jai Gaurani Jai.
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 Jai Radha Madhav Hari Radha Madhav Hari Radha Hare.
Jai Radha Madhav Hari Radha Hari Radhe.
Jai Radha Madhav Hari Radha Madhav Hari Radha Hare.
Jai Radha Madhav Hari Radha Madhav Hari Radhe.
Jai Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radha Hare.
Jai Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe.
Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada.
Jai Jai
Nityai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nityai Hari Bol, Nityai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nityai Gaura Hari Bol.
Jai Gaura Paramanande. His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki, evo Viskara Pundaracharya, V.V.T. Pundaracharya, says of the whole world, Srila Prabhupada ki, evo Vishnupada Prabhupada Parviracharya, Niti Leela Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Narayana Prabhupada ki, Nanda Kodi Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki, Satgoswami Prabhu ki, Prem Jai Jai Shri श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपी गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन नवदीप धाम की मधुर धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की द्वारका धाम की गंगामाई यमुनामाई की भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की समवेद भक्त वृंद की हरिनाम संकीर्तन की संकीर्तन महायज्ञ की एंसिडेंटल शिला प्रभुपाद बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की श्री श्री राधा माधव हरि की श्रीनाथ जी गोपाल की निताय भगवान की असम्बल वैष्णव जगत गुरु शीला प्रभुपाद की निताय गौर प्रमनंदी all glories to assembly all glories to assembly all glories to Guru and Gauranga Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Namaste Narasimhaya Shilatam Kanakala
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Shri Radha Madhav Hari Dham. On behalf of our presiding deities, we are happy that you are here for a special class today and also our Sunday feast program. So I know we had a program on Thursday and last weekend and several other programs today and yesterday, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of latecomers. So if you can move forward, we can have the latecomers join without much difficulty or disrupting anything. So move as far forward as you can, please. And I'm going to have Shama Mohini Mataji take the mic over to introduce our speakers today. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama. Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Ram Ram. Hare Hare. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's a very important class. Today is our second awareness program of the year, as part of our Invest in Our Children program. Today we are very happy to have Detective Ashley, Detective Veronica, Victoria, and Detective Ian from the Chandler Police Department. Please, let's welcome them. As many, yes, you can come from, that's fine. Yes, that's fine, you can come from here. As many of you are aware, for the last, I think 10 years already, we've been having a wonderful partnership with the Chandler Police Department. Please. Thank you. With the Chandler Police Department. And what is this partnership all about? It's just to take care of our children, to protect our children. Right from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, right? It says that we are supposed to protect our children, women, brahmanas, cows. Let's see, I'm missing one. Children, women, brahmanas, cows. I'm missing one. 5. Oh, Mother Earth. So we have to take care of them. We have to protect them. So this is how we protect. Sometimes we think like, okay, well, this is not a spiritual talk. Why should I come to the temple? Why should I go to the temple? It's not spiritual. It's practical spirituality. Because if we're supposed to be taking care of our children, we are supposed to care. If we don't care, we better don't ask questions later on. Better ask questions now and not regretful questions later. So I really appreciate all of you from being here. I'm still stuck. Children, brahmanas, women, the elderly, and cows. Yes. Okay, and I will request everyone to please pay attention. If you want to move forward, if you could please move forward, so we hopefully have more people coming. And thank you. Once again, thank you so much for being here. The mic is all yours. Well, actually, now the mic is all yours. This is going to be the one.
guess we can introduce ourselves while we're waiting for.
Oh, for you? Okay.
Okay.
Don't touch.
Thank you for having us. My name is Victoria Flores. I've been a Chandler police officer for 10 years now. I've worked with crimes against children for 8 of those 10 years. This is my passion, protecting, now you can hear me. Protecting kids, and internet safety is probably one of the biggest problems our kids face, so we're happy to be here to talk about it and help keep all of you safe while you're on the internet.
I'm Ashley Shervine. I've been a police officer for 8 years, and I'm relatively new to the unit. But like she was saying, this is my passion, this is my main focus, this is where I've wanted to be, and just the challenges and rewards that comes with it, with making sure all of our kids are safe. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Detective Ian Bodell. I've been in law enforcement for about 8 years. I've been with this unit for about 2 years now.
Okay. I don't know if it's, okay. So I'm just gonna talk really loud. None of us are afraid of yelling. So we're here to talk about internet safety, specifically relating to our kids. So there are lots of dangers when on the internet, and it's just growing because of technology advancing. But these are the risks our kids are facing most, right? There's inappropriate content that's at the tip of your fingers on every single app that you can open. Companies are trying to get better about getting rid of things on the internet before our kids get access to them, but it's not perfect. So that's obviously a huge problem we're trying to combat in our roles. We are constantly looking for threats online with kids and helping kids to understand what they should or shouldn't be doing. Online privacy is another huge one. Our kids don't realize the amount of information that they're giving out on a day-to-day basis. I always recommend, if your kids are using social media, don't be allowing pictures in front of your house or at their schools, just keeping their personal information as private as possible. The same goes for school uniforms, things like that. We do see that being a key bit of information people use to figure out where our kids are at, right? And then online enticement, sextortion, and sexting are all kind of in the same realm. Our kids are being opened up to people online who will try to get them to do things that they won't necessarily do on their own. Through manipulation, they think what is happening in a relationship or something they've created online is a safe space when it's really not. And then cyberbullying is a whole new form of bullying for our kids. When we all went to school, if there was a bully, it ended there. Cyberbullying and online, like social media, everything our kids are being involved in, it just never ends at this point. Okay. So some of these are kind of interactive, but we're just gonna continue going. I have a few videos and hopefully they'll play for you, okay? Hopefully they're not too loud. Or have volume.
Come on, we'll follow 10K. Just one more. Come on, here we go. 10K, give it to me. Yes! 10K! Hi! Oh no! Being connected to your friends, family, and everyone else on social media can be awesome. It can feel great when we get likes and views, but sometimes social media can make us feel stressed, sad, jealous, lonely, and like everyone else is better than us or having more fun. If social media has ever made you feel this way, you are not alone. Here are some tips to stay mentally healthy while using social media. Feel-good posts. Follow the creators that post positive quotes, inspiring stories, cool how-to videos, and health resources. You can even try to be one yourself. Be positive. Post positive comments on people's pages. If you feel yourself about to make a negative comment or post, take a pause and then ask yourself, is there something positive I can post instead? Advocate for yourself online. If you see or receive messages or posts that are bullying or abusive, you should block that person and report it in the app. Stay connected in real life. If you notice that you check your device automatically without realizing it, or are on social media more than 2 to 3 hours a day, you might be developing an unhealthy habit and spending too much time online. Try and switch off and take a break from social media every now and then, and spend time with friends and family in real life. Following these tips can help you feel mentally healthy and live a social media champion.
Until next time, don't forget to visit me at amaze.org or go to my YouTube channel to watch more. Bye!
Ian, do you want to?
Yeah.
Can you see?
So some of the things you want to just cyberbullying, whether you want to make sure you're not posting things you shouldn't be doing, or sending mean messages to people, posting inappropriate pictures, like Detective Flores was saying, school uniforms, or maybe details about your family that may seem harmless, but not something you should be putting on the internet. Like if you were going on vacation, you wouldn't want to post that. If you were going on vacation, you wouldn't want to post that, before you went on a vacation, you're going to be gone, because then you could be opening up your family and your house to potential risk. Resharing of other images from other people, or talking to people you don't know. For kids, a lot of times that's going to happen in video games. They'll be approached by random people, which it could be harmless, but also something to be mindful of, that there might be people wanting to victimize your children, trying to contact them through video games. It's very, very common. We see that all the time. And then with the internet and just more and more adult sites being put online, they're more easily accessible, and it's becoming easier and easier for children to stumble upon these websites. And it's harmless, but how they find them, but it's content that they don't need to be and shouldn't be seen.
So we always talk about inappropriate content, and that can be lots of different things. I think now all of us go to posting images of ourselves that should not be shared online, but there's also the violence of the world right now. It's very accessible. I know there are videos that get shared on social media where it's exposing our kids to violence. So you have to be mindful of what sites you're on, what social media accounts they use, or what they're following. The biggest thing for parents is to stay aware of what your kids are doing online. The majority of our cases where it ended up helping a child or stopping a bad incident from happening to them was because their parent was involved. They felt safe to go to their parent, or the parent was checking their account and discovered something concerning. Okay, there it is. And then another part of this that we want to make kids aware of is you have to be careful what you're posting online, especially with school threats being such a huge deal. Kids will post something that they think doesn't really mean anything, or make a joke, but we don't take it as a joke, and the parents don't take it as a joke either. When something is said online that seems threatening in nature to kids, we obviously jump right into action so your kids are safe at their schools. It's a huge problem. It's a problem that I don't think anyone has a great solution to, but getting our kids to be aware and not post things online that shouldn't be said, or if they see something, you have to say something. call us, we can get that information pretty quickly and identify threats before you, it's a lot faster than you think. And obviously, if your kids are involved in something they maybe shouldn't be, whether that be underage drinking, vaping is a huge problem, things that they shouldn't be engaging with anyway, you definitely shouldn't be posting any of that either. Nothing is private on the internet, and it never goes away. So we want you to protect yourselves by not posting things that you shouldn't be posting. If you see something that concerns you, tell someone. Most schools have SROs. If not, counselors and teachers are all also mandatory reporters, and the information will get to where it needs to get to, okay? So these are just some of the inappropriate behaviors that we see. The big one is revealing pictures. We have to contact kids a lot to educate them on not posting revealing pictures of themselves. It's something that has become a bigger problem over probably the last 10 years because kids have cameras in their hands. They have the internet just at the tip of their fingers, and when it's on a cell phone that you don't even need Wi-Fi for, you can do it wherever you want. So people are showing them things that they shouldn't be seeing and making it a comfortable situation to share parts of your body that you probably shouldn't be showing anyone, right? Another thing is there's this trend going around that people will take videos of fights or bullying happening at schools and they will share them. You're just perpetuating the bullying at that point. And again, if you're seeing that and you don't feel safe telling someone, there's other ways to deal with it, okay? I want you guys to understand that once something is out there, you share something, you have no control over where it goes after that, okay? It's out of your hands and it's not your decision to make anymore. Take this one.
You're doing great.
So if you do come across any content online that's concerning for one reason or another, there's a lot of different ways you can report that. Like my partner was saying, you can report it to the school. If the school has an SRO, you can report it there. The app or the website should also have some way you can report that. There's also something called a cyber tip, which you can make a cyber tip online. If there's some sort of content you see that's inappropriate involving children, you can make those reports. There's a lot of different ways you can make it, and for the kids, you see it, just show it to a parent and or a counselor or someone at school that you trust that can help you and figure out where to report that and get in contact with the right people.
A big thing too is that if you see something concerning involving your child, I know the immediate response is to delete it or to not keep it, but then that makes our job difficult if we're going to actually try to figure out who is involved in the situation, right? So in order to move forward with investigations, a lot of the time we need that data. So don't immediately jump to deleting accounts. Definitely block anyone that's engaged with your kid that they shouldn't be. But as far as your child's account, make sure you preserve as much as you can, and then we'll determine what's needed and what's not needed, and you can go from there, okay? Okay, for parents, obviously we want you to have good enough relationships with your kids that they can come to you. And this can be said even within this type of setting. Be a trusted adult that other kids maybe they trust that they can come to you and tell you something. And the big thing is, when a child comes to you, respect what they have to say and don't judge immediately. The fact that a kid is going to actually come up to you is a huge step for them. These topics can be very embarrassing, and they won't seek the help if they don't feel like they're safe when they ask for it, okay? And as far as kids, you need to be able to trust the people that are around you, right? So it's really good that we have both of you here because it allows me to tell parents what they should be doing and what kids should feel comfortable doing. I know, like at least for me growing up, you always have that one teacher, that one person at school that you're very comfortable with. They will help you in whatever way they can. and they'll let us know. So if you're not comfortable coming to the police yourself, someone else can make that call for you, okay? Okay, we kind of already went over this, but if you as kids see something online, just report it, right? There are situations where a kid will have been contacted online by an adult and they're made to feel uncomfortable, but they don't do anything. They ignore the comment, they don't engage with the person, but that person is probably trying to talk to more than one kid at a time. So if you ignore it and you move on from it, there's a potential that another kid won't ignore it. So the more times we get reports on these people, the more likely we are to actually stop them from engaging with a kid or meeting a kid in real life. Okay, and parents, if your kids are online in any way, make sure that their privacy settings are locked down. Don't add people you don't know. That is the biggest thing. I know kids really want likes and followers and to have, it's almost like popularity online, but if you don't know who they are, you don't know what kind of danger it opens you up to. There are people, believe it or not, who act like 13-year-old girls online and they're not those people, right? You can be whoever you want to be online. And that same thing goes for, like, I can be whoever I want to be, but so can the bad guys, right? So you have to have your privacy settings locked down, and if something does happen, report it. At the end of this, I hope everybody just gathers that we don't share private information or private pictures online, and we report when this happens, okay? All right, we already kind of talked about this. These are just big things we don't want you posting online. When I was a kid growing up, Facebook was starting. I don't want to tell you what age I was when Facebook started. But I never posted my school. I'm pretty sure my school was listed as Hogwarts for my whole college career. Just so people didn't know who I was or where I was from. And that's back before everything got really bad online. We're not going to talk about whole, but with that being said, your school is a place that someone can find if you post about it. And then from there, if someone's watching, we're not paying attention as much as someone who wants to find you, right? So you have to be careful about what you're sharing. And then the same goes for your friends. If your parents don't want your friends sharing you online, tell your friends that. They should respect your privacy and not be sharing things about you. And if your friends don't want to be shared online, don't do that. My nieces are not allowed to be shared online. So any pictures that any family member has of them, it's not being posted even to other family members. You just have to respect each other when it comes to being online. Alrighty, so parents, you have to start social media by setting ground rules with your kids. If you're going to allow them to be online, they have to do it in a smart way and be safe about it. So another thing is don't let them share passwords with friends, don't let them share with boyfriends, or whatever your situation might be. Even if you trust someone, there's always the potential that there's a falling out or an issue, and then they have access to all of your accounts. We've had that happen where kids will get in fights as friends and then they'll take over each other's accounts and post really nasty things. And obviously that's not something anybody wants to have to deal with, but we end up having to figure out who's behind it, which is a little bit more difficult when you're logged into the victim's account. Okay, I have another video here. Let's open it.
By
bacteria began the growth phase, or interphase, at precisely 10:42 a.m. At 10:45 a.m. and 15 seconds, roses are red, violets are blue, Mike Chang, my heart beats for you. Allie, you like Mike Chang?
This is not funny. Put your cell phones away. Is anyone listening to me? This is not happening. What's that? What's that? Is it about me? Is it about me? Who sent you that? This is crazy. Now it's online. Already? It's spread so fast. This can't get to my chain.
Whoa, slow down. What's going on?
Kian, I gotta find my chain.
He's in the cafeteria.
Do you know where he is?
In the cafeteria. What's going on? Allie.
Hey guys, did you get this? Where's my fingers? Don't open that!
Mike?
Mitosis. I mean, mitosis. It's so fascinating.
Totally. Look at this. The cells are dividing and sharing information at an accelerated pace until it's like a zillion cells, and they all know the same thing. Man, these cells are out of control.
Tell me about it.
It's just a funny video to tell you that things get out of hand very quickly when it comes to the internet. We have had cases where things get shared to hundreds of kids at the same school and then spread to other schools in the area. So what you post is never secret and it can get out of hand really quickly. Okay, so this is one of the biggest issues we as detectives have to deal with. It's when kids are getting requests online about inappropriate topics, whether that be they want, these people want to start a relationship online with you, or they want photos from you. More often than not, it starts as a relationship. They develop this boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever the situation may be, and then they move further into requesting other things. And then if it gets to the point where they're asking to meet you offline, obviously the dangers with that are ridiculous, and there's so many different ways that can end. In cases I have had, mom or dad has found the messages before it's gotten to that point. We've been able to arrest a lot of people that were intending to meet children that never actually met them in real life. So for every kid that we stop from doing that, it's one that we don't have to worry about being taken advantage of in real life, right? So the more people we get to talk to in settings like this, it's more often than not we get to stop that from happening at all. And if you're getting asked to do these things online, you have to tell someone. There's another video in here. Oh, it's next, so I'm not gonna ruin it. Well, this video doesn't want to play. Oh.
It does.
Here we go.
Gotcha.
So it goes for the 3. Shots up. Oh! That looked like that was going in. And another brick. Really stinking up the joint. What a talk. I'm sure you always done this. Hold up. Smoking. Hey! We're still playing, man. Sorry, Ted. I can't leave her hanging. Her? Nah, it's just this girl I met online. Ooh! Just don't forget about your real friends. Whatever, Slick. Play ball. Ted, more peas.
Oh, our masterpiece!
Dude, seriously?
Okay, here we go. Hand me the ring. Kian, the red one.
Kian, get your phone away, please.
I got it.
This is it.
Dude, seriously? What? She gets upset if I don't text back. That's kind of weird, right?
Kian, the game went into overtime and you missed it. Where were you?
What? I was alive with Tracy. We were talking about music, then we were talking about free throw form, and then I just kind of forgot.
Man, I can't believe you've been ditching us for some girl you don't even know.
No, it's not like that. Me and Tracy, we're like soulmates. Seriously, we love all the same stuff. Basketball, music, movies. She really gets me. No matter what, she's always on my side.
Oh yeah, she sounds awesome.
Yeah?
No, like she sounds too awesome to be real.
What do you mean?
What do you really know about this Tracy? If that's even her real name. She likes all the same stuff you do? Really? So her favorite movie is Rambo Fight Club 2? Revenge of the Fallen Ninjas?
Well,
And what's with all the texting? Getting mad when you can't get your back right.
it's like she doesn't want you to have time for anyone but her.
That's not cool, man.
I guess it does seem kind of weird. And now she wants to meet up.
Meet up? Bet your parents would love that. Do they even know about Tracy?
Well,
Oh man, you know better, man. How do you even know if this girl's who she says she is? People can say whatever they want online.
her favorite movie could really be Teen Crime. Wait, the one with the vampire? Who loves the werewolf? Who loves the unicorn?
No! Exactly. And you wouldn't meet this girl in person?
I'm starting to think that's not such a good idea. I'm gonna tell her no.
Uh-oh, the flirty smiling. Stay strong, Kian.
Don't worry, I'm too smart to meet offline, and she should be too. Okay, she just logged off. But you know what? A real friend wouldn't get mad at me for making the right choice. Thanks for having my back, guys.
Yeah, well, you owe us. And I've got just the thing.
So sometimes there'll be people, we see this often where kids will be playing a video game and a random account or a friend will want to send them gifts and send them gift cards. And sometimes they'll use this as a way to get to kids to disclose personal information. So you definitely want to talk to your kids about that they shouldn't be getting gifts from people they don't know. And if somebody offers them something, it needs to be brought to your attention as the parents. And random kids online shouldn't be able to send other random kids online gifts. So that's a red flag. If these kids start asking to chat offline, to get a phone number, asking about personal information, that's a red flag, and that also needs to be brought up to the parents. Again, it's the same things that are coming up. We see whether it's on social media or in video game chats or wherever it may be. It's the same issues we're seeing. They're asking for pictures and personal information and things like that.
We have had cases where kids will get cell phones in the mail, and it's where this person online wants a way to communicate with them without the parents knowing. So obviously, that's a huge red flag if you're getting something like that in the mail. But the other problem with that is that someone already has your address. So we want to really drive it home that you don't give your address or where you live to people online. Because at that point, someone already knows where you are. Yes, your parents might intercept the phone, but the danger has already begun because that person has managed to get that information from you. Okay? And we've already gone over this, but if something like this happens, you just have to tell someone, never ever meet someone in person off with a website you met them on. Like, do not meet them in real life. Even if they are a kid, the risk is too great to try to, if you were to do that and it turned out to be another kid, then that's 1 in a million chances. That's usually not how it goes. So, these topics that we're going on and on and on about for you guys, they're uncomfortable and there's a lot of embarrassment associated with them. But you have to be brave enough to talk to someone in order to make it stop, right? If you already did something that you're ashamed of, you sent a picture, you said something online, that's okay. Parents should be able to overcome that because your kid is coming to you and needs you at that moment. So yes, they might have made a bad decision, but they're making a better one by coming to you at the end of the day. Another thing that we have to deal with a lot is these kids are being manipulated. You have to remember that. People will target your kids. There are actually places in other countries where their whole job is to get people to send revealing photos so that they can be extorted for money. They do it all the time, and it's unfortunate, but they target children. And then kids feel like they have no way out. And so they go down this really deep, dark hole, and sometimes we have kids who don't make it back out of it. So we want them to be able to go to their parents and to feel safe. And I feel like I'm just harping on and on about this, but you have to develop this kind of relationship with your child. They have to be comfortable talking about these things with you. Life has evolved. Unfortunately, these inappropriate content, and it's just out there. Kids are aware. Before, like, I was not. I was super naive. At the age of all these kids, I was probably playing in the cul-de-sac, kicking a ball around. That's not how it is now. I didn't have a cell phone. We all grew up in an era that was different than what it is right now. So we have to make sure our kids know what they should or shouldn't be doing, and then have trust between the two of you. These are just some statistics about images. Kids are seeing this more often than we want to admit. Not necessarily sending it, but they can be receiving pictures they don't want. So people will start a conversation, and then before you know it, your kids will be receiving something that they shouldn't be getting exposed to. So even if your kid isn't sending inappropriate content, doesn't mean that they haven't received it from someone. So we need to obviously be educated as parents and as kids to make sure that we know we shouldn't be talking to people we don't know online. That's the biggest thing. If you can't show me who they are in person, they shouldn't be on your phone.
Definitely, kids are receiving things unprompted. So if your kids they're telling you they're receiving pictures, inappropriate pictures, they're being asked to send pictures. Unfortunately, it's extremely frequent. This is happening. The kids are being contacted out of the blue and asked about adult topics and being sent links to things they shouldn't be sent. They're getting asked to meet in person. They are sextorting for pictures or conversations, anything like that. All of this needs to be reported immediately. It might be, like Detective Flores was saying, very tempting to delete it all, get rid of the phone. Unfortunately, if you do that, that makes it difficult for us, and it makes it easier for that person to continue that behavior and move on to another kid. So if that does happen, the best thing is to bring us the phone and just explain the situation to us. Kids need to know that you're not going to get in trouble. You're not going to be you're not going to be in trouble with us or your parents if somebody does something and you're reporting it. Your parents just want you to be safe, and so do we.
Ultimately, you're helping yourselves as well as helping anyone in the future that potentially could come across this person as well online, right? This is, again, just the percentages of kids that we're seeing affected by this because kids have so much access to the internet. I mean, half of the kids that I talk to, they get laptops at school like right away these days. I've done presentations all over, and there are kindergartners that are learning how to type already. It's just mind-blowing. But that's the world we live in right now. So they have access to the internet, which means the internet has access to your kids. So you have to protect them and get them starting off on the right foot when it comes to accessing.
You probably get lots of messages every day, but what if you got one like this? What would you do? Would you send a picture? No? Cool. That's an easy way to protect yourself. But what if you chose them differently? What if you send a picture? They never share it with anyone else, right? Do you want the picture shared with others? Sorry, you no longer have a choice. It's out of your hands now. Because sometimes people we trust break that trust. Maybe the person you sent the picture to shows it to some friends. Maybe they send it to a couple friends, who send it to a couple more friends, who, you get the idea. It spreads, and you never know who might see it. Your little brother, your mom, other people at school, even strangers can get a hold of your picture. You never really know where that picture will end up. How long it'll be out there. What the consequences will be. Don't let others decide what happens to your image. Think before you share. Learn more at netsmarts.org. And hey, if your image is already out there, know that it's not your fault. For information about removing sexual pictures and videos from the internet, visit missingkids.org/gethelpnow.
I'm sorry about the subtitles. They were not that big on my computer when I made the PowerPoint. So, the biggest thing here is that it is your choice in the beginning, but after that it's anyone else's. You've relinquished control of that image once you've sent it. Every single person that shares it has committed a crime. So if you ever receive a picture, even if you didn't want it, do not share it with anyone else. Report it. I have had a case where hundreds of kids got a picture and only one little girl came forward. So if all of you are that one kid, you help us stop that situation from happening. Okay? So if you've already sent a picture, like my partner said, we're not getting you in trouble. We want to help you and we want to make sure that it doesn't fall into the wrong hands, especially that individual you saw at the very end, right? You don't know who these people are, but people can figure out how to access this content online, okay? This is really just about not following people that you shouldn't be. If you don't know them, don't follow them. Like I said, anyone can be anyone they want on the internet. So we've talked about a lot of these topics, but if someone's asking you for inappropriate pictures or sends them to you, obviously we need to be reporting that. That's illegal. And then the steps that it gets to that, if they're having sexual conversations with their kids, it's not going to end there. There's going to be more to it. You saw in that video, the girl, if she was a girl, we don't know, right? she gets mad, she wants you to talk to her constantly. If you don't respond when she wants you to, there's anger. It's because they're trying to continue this relationship in the way they want it to continue. So all of these things are reasons to tell mom or dad or teacher, whoever you feel comfortable with, okay? These are all social media trends that we see constantly. Roadblocks is obviously supposed to be for kids, and there's a whole nother side to it that's not for kids. So if your kids are playing video games like this, make sure the settings on messages are, they can't talk to other people. Because there's a whole side of Roblox where you can chat with people. And if you don't allow that, then you mitigate the risk and you don't have them talking to people they shouldn't be. These social media sites will report things if they see kids or alleged kids talking to adults and stuff online. Okay, we kind of talked about cyberbullying. Like I said earlier, it's the bullying that won't stop and you never get a break from it. Here's another video. Hopefully the subtitles are
welcome back to my blog. Today, we're going to ask ourselves the most ancient question of them all. Dots or stripes? So, okay, on the one hand, stripes are... So, as I was saying... stop it! For 2 days, you've been flying around here and hitting on me. You're driving me crazy. Stop it!
Bullying is a behavior that hurts, harms, or humiliates a person. There are different types of bullying. Active bullying, which includes physical bullying, and verbal bullying, such as name calling. Passive bullying, when a person makes the other feel invisible by ignoring them or not inviting them to join in a game or party. And cyberbullying, such as sending mean messages by text, email, or on social media. A bully looks for ways to get power and control over another person to make that person feel bad and to make themselves look more powerful. If somebody bullies you, look at them and tell them to stop in a calm, clear voice. If speaking up seems too hard or not safe, walk away and tell a friend or talk to a parent, teacher, counselor, or any other trusted adult. If you're being cyberbullied, don't respond or forward the messages. Block the number on your cell phone or unfriend the person on social media. Keep evidence of the cyberbullying by saving the text, tweet, or picture and report it to an adult. If you witness bullying, speak up and let the bully know what they're doing is not okay. If the bullying continues, walk away and get help. Keep asking for help until someone listens or the situation changes. If you know someone who's been bullied, be kind to them so they'll know that they're not alone. Anyone can be the victim of bullying. People bully other people for all kinds of reasons. Bullying can hurt, both physically and emotionally. But don't blame yourself. Remember, it's not your fault. You are awesome.
Oh, you poor thing. You were just lonely and needed some attention. Here, have a cookie. Okay, guys, till next time. And don't forget to come and visit me at amaze.org or go to my YouTube channel to watch more. Bye!
So we've already touched on why cyberbullying is so different from physical bullying. That video does a really good job, but the biggest thing is when it's online, it's not just kids at school. It can be any, I call them keyboard warriors, people who get really, really bold and brave when they have a screen in front of them. They do things that they would never do in real life, and it becomes empowering to them. But cyberbullying is just as dangerous as physical bullying. These are just some of the things that our kids are already having to deal with, right? The internet makes life a little bit more difficult for us. We lived in bliss of not knowing all the information that our kids know. So we have to be aware. If you have your kids, if behaviors are changing, it could be many things, but you also have to know what they're doing online because this might be the reason. These are examples of what we're seeing as far as cyberbullying. The creating fake profiles and photoshopping your kids into pictures they're not in, that happens. We've seen it happen when kids share their passwords and then they get in a fight with a friend or whoever has it, and then they do all this on their own profiles. And then obviously the harassing messages, things that just, it's relentless and they don't end. Things you should look out for with your kids. If all of a sudden they're not interested in that favorite video game that they love so much, or they're not on their phone as much as normal, they're not doing things they normally do with their internet access, maybe there's something behind it. Maybe they just don't want to be on there anymore, but there could be something more like that. I think I'm going to just say this over and over again. If you're experiencing something that you don't like online and you're uncomfortable or it's causing you distress, tell someone. That's the biggest thing here. Don't keep it to yourself. There is help. It might not be in a conventional way that you guys would think. Like if you don't go to your parents, there are other trusted adults you can go to. Okay?
When there is a power imbalance between individuals or a group of individuals, the negative behavior is purposeful, often repetitive, and involves a threat of emotional or physical harm. A bystander is a person who witnesses bullying taking place, whether it be in person or in a digital setting, feels powerless to intervene and just stands by while the bullying is happening. An upstander is someone who witnesses bullying and takes action to try to stop it. If the situation is safe enough for an upstander to intervene, they have 3 options to stop the bullying. Be a buddy. Bullies don't expect their targets to have a buddy. This could include intentionally becoming friends with people that may be vulnerable to bullying. Sit with them in the cafeteria. Hang near them when they're outside. Interrupt the bullying. Call out to the person and ask them to come sit with you. Join you and your friends for a walk. Maybe play ball. It then gives the person being bullied a chance to walk away from the bully. Speak out against the bullying. This can take some courage. It helps if you're in a very public place and there is safety in numbers. Perhaps you are older or bigger than the bully. Or maybe you're with a group of friends that you're sure will have your back. Face the bully and say something like, "Hey, stop that, that's mean. Leave John alone." Sometimes you can't intervene while the bullying is happening. Maybe it's not safe for you to intervene right then. It's important to tell an adult about the bullying, even if it's after the fact. That way, you can help make sure that the bullying stops and that the person being bullied is safe.
Till next time, don't forget to visit me at Amazing.
Alrighty, so this works obviously for kids in person that are experiencing bullying. Just make sure you're not joining in. Don't be the person that's recording it. Try to help someone. It's ultimately what it comes down to. You can prevent bullying by making that person not feel isolated, not feel alone. This is big. If you don't like someone, just that old saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So if you have negative things to say or you're going to say something mean, keep it to yourself. If it's not going to lift someone up or be constructive or helpful in any way, then there's no reason to say it. Okay, parents, I'm going to say this over and over. You got to be involved with your kids online. If you know what's going on online, you know that they're being safe. So set the ground rules, establish that trust, and be able to stop things before they happen. But also, if you catch your kids engaging in bullying behavior, you have to intervene. You have to stop them from doing this and hurting another kid or another person. So this just takes 5 seconds. Think before you post something. Think before you say something to someone in a bad way, right? You don't know how No one knows the individual battles we're all facing every day, and you don't know what can be pushing that person over the edge. Something that you think isn't that mean could be the worst thing for them in that moment. So parents, there are lots of different devices that you can use to monitor your kids' activities. There are different products out on the market, but you can also establish filters or alerts to your devices when it comes to what your kids are accessing online. Make sure you know what's on your kids' phones. So there are situations where we've seen multiple calculator apps on kids' phones, and you're only going to need one calculator, right? It all does the same thing. Well, the calculator apps can be private vaults where you can put content into them. So you can put photos, you can put videos, you can put notes, whatever. So if your kids have multiple, it might be a place to look. Certain social media sites have private folders for, like Snapchat is one of them. It's called For My Eyes Only. So it's a private album that they can put whatever they want into. So you just have to be aware of these things, do some research on whatever apps you're going to allow your kid to have. If you don't know a lot about it, I would recommend just not letting them have it in the first place. So at the end of all this, just make sure you're being careful online. You're not sharing your personal information. You're not sharing photos that shouldn't be out there. We're not bullying other people, and have someone that you trust that you can go to with this kind of issues, okay? I put in a couple of resources here that if you were to share something online, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children have capabilities where they can try to remove your content from the internet. So it depends on where it was shared, but they are an amazing group of people that are on the forefront of technology, and they're trying to do these things to help kids. If a bad decision is made, it's not the end-all be-all. It's not life-ending, okay? I'm going to leave this up for anybody who wants to look at it, but that is everything. Do any of you have questions for us? I know that was a lot. Sorry. Yes?
Thank you so much, first of all, and thank you again for being here today. You were talking about games. Sometimes as adults, you get engaged with these games, and these games actually ask so many questions like that. What is your color? What is your favorite car? Etc., etc. And everybody knows what I asked, right? Okay. So, and so sometimes for example, when you have to request your personal information, like your credit report, you have to answer these questions. So shouldn't we be giving our personal information when they're playing these games to find out whether you were Cleopatra or somebody else in some other way?
Are you asking about when you're trying to, I know the questions you're referring to, when you're trying to like purchase something online, they're trying to confirm who you are?
No. Actually, there are many, like for example, because I've seen some kids, and what's your favorite color? What is your, and what was the first car, model, and
oh.
I was trying to guess the password.
You have to get the credit report. They ask you sometimes, but the street that
Yeah.
And these are similar questions to some games. It's just a game. I said, well.
So in the games, the only reason they really should be asking you something like that is if you're setting up like security questions. So if you lock yourself out, you can answer what my first dog's name was or what my high school mascot is. Those answers are something that you put in. So you can put, my first car was a Porsche when it wasn't. As long as you remember the answer, it allows you to get access to your account. So those just have to be specific to you. They don't necessarily have to be, you're giving a bunch of information to it, if that makes sense. Yes?
Excellent presentation. One of the things that would also help would be like parental control software on your systems, which kind of goes your home wide or as well as on each individual device. You can monitor what your kids are doing in the background so that you can take a look at the report. As to, even if the event took places inadvertently, you can then get a red flag.
Yes, the parents who already know about it, it's amazing because that's like the cases that I've had. It's the parents figure it out way before it becomes like a very dangerous situation because they have those kind of controls. And you can do that on a lot of different devices. You just have to do your research on whatever device you've given your kid to make sure you set it up properly.
So follow that. Do you have any recommendations so that people over here can go to those products that also go to?
One of the things I've heard a lot about is called the bark devices. So it's specifically cell phones. You can buy it from this company. They're smartphones, but they have an app that links to the parent's phone. So you have a direct copy of everything that's coming in and out of your kid's account. So you can literally read their messages, you can see what they're doing on their apps, you can control what apps are downloaded. Another way of doing that might be a little simpler is if you use Apple, you can link your child's iCloud account to yours so you can see their messages too pop on other devices. Okay.
I'm sorry, I have just to say, because it's very important when you touch on communication and the trust. And I know sometimes parents don't want to accept the fact that the children have double life. Yeah. Because they're afraid, the children sometimes are afraid, the mom is going to do it, the dad is going to do it, because they don't have the trust, right? Because their kids go to chastise instead of understanding. Can you endure the most biggest cases, unfortunately, every day? Many and again. Can you emphasize the importance of communication?
So, I'm a mom, and from a very young age, I made sure, I have boys, so from a very young age, I make sure that they know they can come to me with anything. Even if you messed up big time, we're going to figure it out together. That doesn't mean that there might not be punishment later on. But in that moment when they need you, you have to take a breath and you have to think. You can't react right away. And you have to make sure that you are taking care of what their need is in the moment rather than having your anger take over. I always have to remind myself that we as adults sometimes have trouble controlling our emotions. Can you even imagine kids controlling theirs? They don't know how to deal with these things. So I try to always take a step back before I react to what's happening. We're not always perfect, it doesn't always work, but your kid needs you in that moment more than they need the lesson you're going to try to teach them.
So what are schools doing from their angle? Like, how are they trying to control this or limit this cyber attack?
So all of our kids are going, so especially Chandler Unified School District, they have technology on all the computers that your kids are using to monitor what they're doing. So if something inappropriate is happening, and it's not just inappropriate behavior, if there's talks of suicide or harming yourselves or threats to other kids, it's being flagged and reported. Either the school will take care of it internally, but if it goes on to the more illegal side or they're concerned about actual physical safety of kids or mental health, we can provide resources that the schools don't always have access to. But the kids are being monitored in that sense. Unfortunately, kids have little computers in their pockets, and I know that when I was in school, I know when you were in school too, we would get our phones taken away if they were seen. That is not how it is anymore. I teach in a lot of the high schools, and the kids are on their phones in class. A lot of the teachers are good, and they have little charging stations, and they make all the kids put their phones up there at the beginning of class. but that's not always foolproof. So parents have to take the extra steps to be engaged with the personal devices that go to schools. Schools are doing something to prevent things from happening on their devices. Because we're giving kids access to things now that we used to go to the library and get a book to write an answer down versus they just Google. So they have to put things in place to make sure your kids aren't getting access to things. Call them out. Yes.
So my sister's is cyberbullying. I know specifically at my school, the policy said our school can't do anything on that happens on the internet. So I would report something like that if my sister happened to a class meeting online.
So, do you have an SRO at your school? A school resource officer, police officer who walks around? Okay, so you can go the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. They have something called a cyber tip line. So if you see something, you can put all the information you have into those tip line reports, and it'll go to the police. So we get cyber tips like that, so we'll have to do our research and figure out where it's coming from. And cyberbullying is tough because it's not like if you got bullied in person, that's considered assault and we can charge someone with that, right? So we have to establish cyberbullying as more of, we would call it harassment in our legality sense of it. But that's the way you can do it if your school's not going to do anything about it. And if you have concerns for those kids, counselors will have to do more than, they're all mandatory reporters. So if you're actually worried about that kid's safety, they have to do something.
Thank you.
Thank you for this appreciation. I see that there is one app for Roblox, lots of kids are very crazy about that. And in terms of cyberbullying, how we can prevent those? I see that there is certain features kids can do the chatting, unknown persons, and friend groups, outside of friend groups. So how we can prevent the cyberbullying and those kind of games for the kids?
Where the game is, there's like a top button over there. You look at the players playing the game. They have their at while they're telling you or cyberbullying you. You just click on report and they're done.
You can disable messages completely.
Yeah.
You can disable
You
the
can mute
feature
them.
to chat anyone.
You can block them. You can report them.
Good thing. So, did you see any, in your experience, any kind of cyberbullying reported through that particular app?
We have gotten tips from roadblocks before.
Okay.
So when they get when you report them, depending on what is happening, they report to police as well.
On the cyber team, sometimes kids, is my information going to be there? Is it like is their information going to be private? It's not sharing, it's going to be confidential, or how is that going to work?
When they make the cyber,
Yes.
they can, where they're recording it, we'll ask them if they want to stay anonymous. So if they want to stay anonymous, they can. But if they do want to be contacted, or if the police have any further questions, they can leave their information. So either way, they
It's
can be
like a
anonymous.
cyber witness kind of thing, right? Thank you.
Okay, so no more questions, sure? Speak now, or come to the next speaker. Once again, big round of applause, please. Sorry about the mics. But again, thank you for this wonderful partnership. And we have an awesome public. Yeah, they're awesome. They're awesome. Our Chant police department, they're always there helping us and helping us with resources, not only for child protection, for anything else. We've seen it, right? Everybody probably remembers Commander Kumar. He comes to gymnastic and all the kids are always so funny. The moment they see the man in uniform, they run to him and he's so tall, they're just like, they just love it. So thank you so much for being here, for the wonderful presentation. I know sometimes for parents it's a little uncomfortable, but see, the reason that you are here is because you care for your children. We all care. It is said it takes a village to raise a child, and we have too many children. And just not because it's my biological child doesn't mean I should not care. Okay, there's a difference between being sympathetic and being empathetic. We should actually be even more, have that compassionate to care for our children. See, that means that I'm right. So, thank you again for being here. And all these things exist. Just because we don't see them or your children does not come and tell you, doesn't mean that things are not happening. We have to be, preventive maintenance is much better than corrective maintenance. So thank you so much for caring. Thank you so much for supporting our invest in our children's programs. And once again, thank you to all of you, and our always blessings for the Chandler Police Department. All of you, thank you so much for being there for everyone. And just like the way they are there for us, we should be there for them as well. A lot of goes with them, their families. So please always extend your support and prayers to all of them. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Once again, thank you, Detective Victoria, Detective Ashley, and Detective Ian. Thank you so much for coming and giving us this wonderful class. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. So we'd like to thank today's sponsors. One big thank you to Shama Mohini Mataji for arranging this program. Also, please give a big round of applause. So today's Sunday's feast sponsors, the Dasari family. I think they're here. Can you please come and receive your Mahaprasad? They had anniversary celebration yesterday. So Dasari family, please come. Ramesh Dasari family. They are always here helping in the background, volunteering, so please give them another round of applause for always being there for Seva. Next sponsor is Nandalal Gordas and Jyoti Mai Sachi Devi Dasi. It's a family here. They may not be here. They are sponsoring today's feast because their daughter Triti passed masters, and they're moving from New Jersey to Phoenix, and I have a feeling that they're on their way to Phoenix now. They may be on their way to the temple, but we'll catch up with them later. So new family coming to town, please give them a big welcome and thank you for the sponsorship. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all the volunteers and all the devotees who brought the nice offerings for Gaur Purnima. I think we left thanking all the devotees who brought the wonderful offerings, and I think we distributed all the Ekadashi Prasadam on Thursday because that's what we're distributing, but we have some of the non-Ekadashi items that will be distributed today. So thank you all for helping us with the nice offerings, and the altar looked wonderful with all those offerings. I think we had around 160 offerings, so please give yourselves a big round of applause for bringing the offerings. I would also like to thank the youth. They had their first retreat today, a very successful one. They were here at 4:30 and they were here till past 9 o'clock. Thank you so much, Nikit, and the rest of the crew who came this morning, and also Namapriya and Devidasi for leading them so nicely. So please give yourselves and the youth a nice round of applause. I don't know how many of you know, but our youth are doing a lot of silent service in the background also. So our Rath Yatra festival and our Gaur Purnima, some of the youth prepared some nice videos talking about Gaur Purnima and Rath Yatra. If you have not had a chance to view them, I believe they're already posted on YouTube now as well. So please take some time and watch those and listen to those really nice presentations by our youth. A lot of information regarding our festival. So again, thank you to the youth, and please give them a big round of applause for their wonderful seva. So a couple of things coming up. So we have Ram Navami coming up on April 6th. Shivananda Prabhu has our Ram Navami sponsorship forms. If you'd like to help sponsor the new outfit or the flowers, feast, whatever is there, please do so. He'll be happy to help you there at the counter. Then we have His Grace Balaram Prabhu coming from San Diego. He's visiting Phoenix on April 11th to the 14th. So mark your calendar with those dates. He'll be giving classes at the temple as well as a couple of home programs. And we also are planning an ASU program for him. So that's Balaram Prabhu from San Diego. Then also please do make a note of a devotee care program coming. That's April 24th to the 27th. It's ways, some time away, but at least mark your calendars and save that date, because it's very, very important that we all attend that particular seminar on devotee care, because we want to learn to take care of each other. And we would really like to see everybody attend that seminar so that we can take this temple to the next level, where each one of us takes care of each other, also the newcomers. So it's very, very important that we learn how to take care of newcomers and each other as well. Rather than just I often see the same group of people, after the class we'll sit and have prasadam together. And there might be a couple of lonely people sitting there and totally ignoring them. So if you can, come and learn how we can help each other and make this a better community, it would really make Radha Madhava very happy to see our community much happier and more harmony, and also make other newcomers welcome to our community here. And then last but not least, for the last 3 or 4 years we've been trying to get Vaishnava etiquette classes, and finally this year we think we are going to be able to manage to give the Vaishnava etiquette classes. They're going to start on March 21st. It's going to be on Fridays at the temple in lieu of the Bhakti Vriksha program. So there'll be no Bhakti Vriksha programs for about 7 to 8 weeks. And the Aarti is at 6:30 on weekdays, as you know. And the program will be from 7 to 8, and then be prasadam served after that. So the Bhakti Vriksha programs will be held at the temple for the next 7 weeks from March 21st. And again, this is to help you all learn how to behave or improve our standards of Vaishnava etiquette. So it's Vaishnava Sadachar, 7 classes, and then 8 will be a conclusion. So this is starting March 21st on Fridays. There might be 1 or 2 Fridays that may be skipped because of, I think there's one is Nirjala Ekadashi, and one Friday we have Balaram Prabhu visiting us here. But otherwise, those programs will continue, and I'm really hoping that each and every one of us can attend the Vaishnava etiquette classes so that we can take this temple again to the next level and learn how a Vaishnava should behave and make their lordships happy. And so we continue with our regular programs like our morning sadhana program, which starts at 5 o'clock in the morning with reading some verses to improve our chanting, and then also reading Srimad Bhagavatam at 5:40 to 6, and we do chanting in between. We also have Srimad Bhagavatam classes in person and via Zoom and on Facebook Live from 7:35 to 8:15, so please join us. And we also have Vaishnavis have started to read Chaitanya Charitamrita. It started last Friday, and they'll be continuing from Monday to Friday via Zoom from 4:30 to 5:15. So it's very nice if you can join the reading of Chaitanya Charitamrita in the evenings with the Vaishnavis, 4:30 to 5:15. And we are also reading Chaitanya Charitamrita in the evening from 8:40 to 9 o'clock, and that's from Monday to Thursday. So you can join us via Zoom for the Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. And our youth are reading Srimad Bhagavatam via Zoom on Sundays from 2 to 3. And we are also reading Prabhupada's books Monday through Thursday from 7:05 to 7:30. And we hope to start our yoga classes pretty soon, so please keep a lookout for the date when they'll start. And the puja and catering services are offered at the temple or at your home. And I'm going to stop here. We'll recite the prasadam prayers, and then we'll take blessings and honor prasadam. We'll form just one line for the blessings. We'll have children, adults, and the volunteers go first, and then we'll have the same procedure followed for the prasadam as well. And also, as Mataji pointed out, there is a charge for the devotee care seminar, $51 for the family. And the first 25 people who register, there's no charge. So please make sure that if you don't want to pay for those, give your name to Shivananda Prabhu or Shamamini, Mataji, Namapriya, Mataji, or myself. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नमो ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे स्वर्गतुल्यं राजन् विश्वासो नैव जायते शरीरा विद्याजा गुरेन्द्रियता है का जीवे फैले विशेषाग्रे तार मध्य जीवा हरि लोभ माया सुधर्मती ताके जिता कठिन संसारे कृष्णा बड़ा दया मोह करी वाले जीवा जाए सब साधन दिलो भाई से अमृता पाओ श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेमिता की चैतन्य निताई जय निमाई जय निताई जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे भगवत महाप्रसादम की
Hare Krishna, everybody. Before we give the blessings, I have some sad news to report to you. Everybody knows Falguni Mataji. She's been making garlands here ever since the temple opened, so almost 27, 28 years. And her husband just passed away a couple of hours ago. So I'd like to chant the Mahamantra for him and for the family. So Prabhu was sick for some time, and his health deteriorated very rapidly over the last month. Since January, his health was just going downhill, and so I'd like to just chant the Mahamantra for him. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much. Please keep Bhagavad Patel in your prayers, and also the family. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Give me. I got it. Go eat prasadam, I'm coming.
I thought no, I was singing. I told Kevin
Nikit, yes. Nikit, very good boy. Tulsi. You ready to start? Huh?
नादिया गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजाना, नादिया गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजाना, पति अच्छे नाम हट जीवेरा कारना, पति अच्छे नाम हट जीवेरा कारना, श्रद्धावान जन है, श्रद्धावान जन है, श्रद्धावान जन है, श्रद्धावान जन है, नादिया गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजाना, गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजान, पाति अच्छे नाम हट जीवेरा कारना, श्रद्धावान जन है, श्रद्धावान जन है, श्रद्धावान जन है, श्रद्धावान जन है। प्रभु रे आज्ञा है भाई मांगे दीक्षा, मांगे दीक्षा। प्रभु रे आज्ञा है भाई मांगे दीक्षा। बोलो कृष्ण भजो कृष्ण करो कृष्ण शिक्षा, बोलो कृष्ण भजो कृष्ण करो कृष्ण शिक्षा। अपराध शून्य होए लोहो कृष्ण नाम, अपराध शून्य होए लोहे कृष्ण नाम। कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन प्राण, कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन प्राण। कृष्ण रा संसारा कोरे छरी अनाचार, कृष्ण रा संसारा कोरो छड़ी अनाचार। जीवे दया कृष्ण नाम सर्वधर्म सारा, जीवे दया कृष्ण नाम सर्वधर्म सारा। नदिया गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजना, नदिया गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजना। पति अच्छे नाम हट जीवेरा करना, पति अच्छे नाम हट जीवेरा करना। श्रद्धावान जन है, श्रद्धावान जन है, श्रद्धावान जन है, श्रद्धावान जन है, श्रद्धावान 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 जन है, श्रद्धावान जन। प्रभु रे आज्ञा है भाई मांगे भिक्षा, प्रभु रे आज्ञा है भाई मांगे भिक्षा। बोलो कृष्ण भजो कृष्ण करो कृष्ण शिक्षा, बोलो कृष्ण भजो कृष्ण करो कृष्ण शिक्षा। अपराध शून्य होए लोहे कृष्ण नाम, अपराध शून्य होए लोहे कृष्ण नाम। कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन प्राण, ओ कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन प्राण। हमारा गीताई गौर प्राण है, हमारा निताई गौर प्राण है, निताई गौर प्राण हमारा निताई गौर प्राण है। कृष्णेरा संसार करो छाड़ी अनाचार, ओ कृष्णेरा संसार करो छाड़ी अनाचार। जीवे दया कृष्ण नाम सर्वधर्म जीवे दया कृष्ण नाम सर्वधर्म सार। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Jai Radha Madhuri Radha Madhuri Radha Jai Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Jai Srimati Gopal, Srimati Gopal, Srimati Gopal, Jai Srimati Gopal. Jai Nitai Gaur Hari, Jai Nitai Gaur Hari, Jai Nitai Gaur Hari, Jai Gaur Hari. Jai Jagannatha, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannatha, Jai Jagannatha, Jai Baladeva. Jai Sita Ram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman, Ram Lakshman Bhakta. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. हरि बोल। हरि नाम संकीर्तन की, शीला प्रभुपाद की, गौर प्रेमानंदी।
Few more minutes.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
What's happening with the? I'm buying a cable this week, tomorrow or day after. And what else? Let me get a plate.